Hey, what's up? This your boy Big Man. You already know what it is, man. So let's get right to it. Okay, so this Quando Rondo situation is not going anywhere too soon, so I'm gonna be right on top of it. And as each development comes, man, you know your boy got you. Now, recently, Quando Rondo took to social media to voice his opinion about all this craziness, and he did it in one simple statement. Now, there's been a lot going on in the past couple of days. You got Memo600. He went to Savannah and he basically shot a music video on what everybody thought of what he was promoting as Quando Rondo in Little Tim's hood. Now, everybody was like, man, that's a crazy move. That's just wild for anybody to even think of doing that, let alone try to pull it off. And it seemed like a complete troll move and it seemed like a complete, attention grab. And a lot of people spoke out against it and a lot of people were for it. Memo600 has a lot of fans that believe he was down there to put in work and to shoot a video because he's the, baddest Joker on earth. I mean, that's literally a lot of the comments I received when people were looking at that situation. But Quando Rondo, he decided to keep it simple. Now, Tay600. Now, for those of you who don't know, Tay600 is from 600 as well. He just recently spoke out about this situation as well, man. Now, before I get into the specifics, man, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And, man, let's get it. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, man, let's first talk about Quando Rondo's response. Now, Quando Rondo took to social media and he made this post right here. And basically in this post is just a picture of him and Lil Tim. And you can see in the pic, it's in black and white. And you can see, man, it looks like a time maybe like right before he blew up or maybe even during the time that he was just blowing up because he's got the jewelry on and stuff like that. And Little Tim is right there by his side, man. That's obviously his ride or die dude. I mean, no pun intended, but dog, that's his homeboy. And he left the caption right here and he basically said this. He said this simply. He said, I'd rather say free you than RIP you any day. 3. Now, with this post, he's just letting it be known that, hey, man, all this craziness going on, dude, I'd rather be on this end of it any day. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather be on the end of this that says, hey, man, I'd rather free my dude than RIP my dude. And, I mean, it sounds like it's a shot at Vaughn again because I know he's been doing that a lot lately, but it really isn't, man. In this post, he's just letting it be known that, sometimes it's better to be judged by 12 than carried by 6, man. It's an old saying that people have been saying since the beginning of hip hop. Always, man. It was probably just a saying that started in the street, but it rings true still to this day. Now, Quando Rondo, man, the whole world is looking at him right now. He's got a lot of attention on him, and it's not for the best reason. I think keeping this post simple like this and maybe staying away from a lot of the trolling, like stop making songs that people could read into and think that are about King Von, man. I mean, that should be, let the man rest in peace at this point. I mean, all this not being able to do shows because of all the ruckus behind this is going to keep hurting his pockets. But it seems like, man, he's willing and he's ready for whatever comes with it. And, man, when you step up in that part of the life, man, that's what you sign up for, sadly enough. Now, somebody else who was talking about this was Tay600. Now, Tay600 took to social media with a rather long post, and he wanted to confront the fact that Memo600 went down there. Allegedly, he's talking about Memo600. He doesn't mention him by name. And a lot of people are saying he's also talking about 600 Breezy and those guys that are the closest to King Von, who everybody's alleging that they're using this situation as clout, man, which is odd because he feels that King Von would not do the same thing to them. Like, he wouldn't use their, passing as clout. Obviously, he was a way bigger star than any of them ever were. But, man, if the roles were reversed, he feels like he would do something totally different. And, man, let me drop that video right here.
I'm just sitting here looking at all this internet shit, right? And, like, that's been going on lately, and I really done got tired of it now. I'm like, bro, this shit just getting out of hand for, like, and it's really blowing me because of the simple fact I remember growing up as a shorty when we was into it hard as hell, like with niggas who was up the street and around the corner. I'm talking about walking distance, because that's how we used to have to get over there walking. And niggas didn't want to be killers. Niggas ain't want to be savages. Niggas ain't want to do none of that. For it's just like niggas ain't want no parts. A lot of they do now because back then it was just death and jail. Wasn't no clout, no getting buzz all on these blogs, pages, all that. It wasn't none of that. It was just death or jail, or you get lucky. Folks.
Now, Tay600, for some of you who don't know, man, was one of the original members who were rapping for 600, like that people just knew from 600, like Tay600, E-Day, L.A. Capone. L.A. Capone was a dude that really, really popped. It's a very long history, man. You guys got to look up the history on that. We be spending all day talking about it. But Tay600 had a situation with the rest of the members of 600, and they basically wanted him ousted out of the group about some allegations. I'm not going to repeat them because they don't need repeating, because a couple of times they've been refuted, and then the people who have their opinion are going to have their opinion, and then what has been proven is what has been proven. But dude has always stayed solid. He goes live often, and they often get a buzz on the underground, you know, in most of the fan pages for Chicago drill rap. You know what I mean? So dude has a little bit of voice out there, and he still releases music or whatnot. But man, you could tell that he's even fed up with everything that's going on around this situation. He believes that there's a lot of clout chasing, and a lot of the dudes who is out there really, you know, saying that they're doing things for Vaughn or whatever, are really just out there promoting themselves and their music. For all intents and purposes, everybody counts Tay600 as a real one. Like, they've always said Tay600 was a real one. Even when the allegations were going on, as far as in the streets or whatnot, his reputation was stellar. So he had another thing that he had to say, and man, let me drop the clip.
He one of the BD rappers that got killed. No, man, Shorty made it for like, and he lost his life to out of town niggas. That's a loss on Chicago as a whole, man. So all the niggas y'all playing through all this in y'all making Chicago look full as a whole, man. Niggas ain't even look like, oh, what side is what. Y'all making a whole rack look goofy. Cause while we're sitting around doing all this social media, saying this and that, trying to go viral and shit, Shorty and them still went up. And this goofy internet tweaking talk don't add up to nobody's. King David. So niggas need to stop, cause it's goofy, folks. Clout everything. Go catch something on phone now.
Now, you heard from that clip from Tay600, man, on social media. He basically was letting it be known that, man, all this stuff is what he considers goofy activity, man. That all the antics and stuff, everybody clout chasing off of somebody losing their life, is all goofiness. If it was really up and it was really something that needed to be done, cats would do it and they would stay off of social media. So that lets you know that, man, ain't nothing really ever going to be done. And hopefully not, man, because only thing that's going to come from that is one other person, you know, deceased and another person in jail. And man, there's too much of that going around anyways, without music industry included. You know what I'm saying? And he made a lot of good points, man. It's just a sad situation, man, all around, man. And slowly but surely, man, everybody's going to put this thing to bed. And man, folks will be able to move on, man. Now, will they all ever be friends and stuff like that? Will 4K Trey and all these fools and Quando Rondo and all these cats, man, ever be cool? No, man, because obviously somebody lost their life, and that's tough to get over. But if you learned anything from the Gucci Man and Jeezy battle, is, man, anything's possible. So hopefully, way in the future, we could put this thing to bed and it could be over. You know what I'm saying? Now, with that, this being your boy Big Man, hold up. What do you guys think? Do you think that Tay600 is accurate in his assessment of what's been going on social media lately? Or is he just not looking at the bigger picture when it comes to artists trying to promote themselves as well as make a message in favor of King Von and against his opposition? Now, with that, this has been your boy Big Man. Please hit that like button. Please hit the subscribe button. And make sure you hit that notification bell so you get a notification every time I drop this content. And we out of here. Peace.